like she's supposed to be like this tough lady and stuff, but they don't make her like Suicide Squad tough. Like she's still like this lousy damsel in distress character, which doesn't get a lot of like depth or anything.
Uh, like, I haven't watched the movie, so
Right.
I only basing myself with the wish to watch Suicide Squad, which this weekend it will come out. So if
Right.
you want a quick review of that, I can give you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a very good actress, but it's sorta like not really versatile. You know,
She's like, I don't know, they always make her
it's
like this
the
mean lady, which is interesting. But like, I don't know, this wasn't her fault really. I think the fact is that she's so famous now, like they put her in such a mediocre role now, like it just pisses off more of her fans than like gain her fans.
let's be honest. The younger movies from United States are always kind of spotty. Like you could say, remember the King Kong movie
Yeah.
with Jack Black? You could say the lady in that movie acted good. And to be honest, having an orgasm for a giant gorilla is kind of a good acting.
I mean, what if
But something,
that? There's a funny thing about that, but what if Guillermo del Toro did it and there was like a giant robot in it? You know, would it do better or worse? I guess because
are
the
you
movie
taking?
itself didn't do that well
Are
either,
you
right?
taking Godzilla? I mean, are you taking
I was talking Pacific
freaking
Rim.
King Kong or Tarzan?
I was talking about Pacific Rim. Is like you're talking about like this big
Oh,
monkey in the jungle thing, and I was like, I'm trying to figure out like what they could do that people would like it. You know, like they would have probably put some
I
superhero in there, and like put like a Star Wars actor in it or some shit, and then it'll make like $1 billion.
I am seriously amazed that they still haven't remake Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, that is very surprising.
The
Everything's about
fuck up?
no, you can.
Isn't
Yeah, yeah.
that pulling on?
They should have had that this year. That way they could have Batman versus Superman, and
So King Kong
Avengers
Alien
Civil
versus
War,
Predator.
and Godzilla versus King Kong all on the same day, all in the same year, and then that would be like the most memorable year ever.
And Donald McDonald versus the Burger King.
Who?
The Burger King, the King. You
Oh,
never
Donald
watched the
versus
King.
Burger King. Yeah, that would be an interesting
Yes?
movie too. I think Ben Hayes actually mentioned it in one of his podcasts, right? Like I think that's where he got that from.
Not really, but
Oh,
okay.
you don't? I don't know why. I guess I just don't think about fast food as much as you guys do.
Uh, I don't
What
know
if it was like
why.
Chipotle versus Qdoba
I
or
have
something?
to give. I have to give something to policies. I don't know why, but when it's fast food, they do a great job with me.
All right.
Um, what else? Because I haven't watched the movie. Like I want to talk about it, but I can't
Yeah.
actually talk about it.
Let's see. It was. I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie for you because it was very fresh take on Tarzan. Like they did it as if it was like a history textbook sort of. It was sort of like, and it was also sort of like this is weird. Like this is more of a Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins movie, like any of the movies past. Typically, Man of Steel was past the Dark Knight Rises were for like a Christopher Nolan Batman movie, Christopher Nolan superhero movie.
So it was dark but goofy. That's pretty much what you're trying to say.
No, I mean like this. I'm gonna spoil for you because like it doesn't really matter. It's not really plot point. But like Tarzan's like certainly like the Dark Knight Returns. Like Tarzan's been out of the jungle for like 20 years. He has like this rich castle in like England, and then they're like, you can't go back to the jungle, Tarzan. Tarzan, it's dangerous. He's not really like that. He's actually the opposite, but he's like something like that, you know, like it's like he returns to the jungle and then he saves the jungle and stuff like that.
I mean, isn't that the actual story? The actual textbook story?
Yeah, but it felt like they were going for like a Dark Knight Returns thing or Dark Knight, Batman Begins thing. Like,
The getting out of retirement.
yeah, the get out of
Is
retirement
the,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, I can see that. There's one thing I can't remember, like literally can't, but I have a toy to prove it.
yeah.
There was an animated Tarzan series with different suits.
Are you talking about the Disney one? I think there was a Disney one actually.
One with a green suit that looked kind of like a frog with a purple uh, gem in the middle. Tarzan animated suit. Tarzan armor. Let me check because this was kinda driving me crazy. This thing, the Adventures of Tarzan, well, I got a booklet version apparently. But Dino Armor, what the fuck? There were dinosaurs in that island or they are smoking? Look, I don't know what this is, but interesting enough. We can put a picture of that in the video later. What was that? Dude, do you have a cat?
No, I don't have a cat. I don't have any animals. You guys,
Oh, it's my log, sorry.
what the hell is this?
It's my log. But
What the hell is this Tarzan thing you showed me?
uh, I have that toy. I don't know what the fuck it is, or where, or why.
Dude, that's gotta be one of your life journeys, man. Just trying to figure out what the hell that thing is.
Believe it or not, I have a Gito uh, toy
Okay, that's cool.
from, from pretty much the year it came out in Japan. I was how old? Like 12 or something?
That's pretty
I
cool.
don't know. And I never knew what that it, what was that until my recent ex-girlfriend told me, "Hey, wait a second! I know this guy isn't this one of your Power Rangers? What do you mean?" And I watched it, and it was a decolored Ajito. I was wow! I had this for how much? 15 years, and just realized it. I mean, it isn't something to sell because it's a Chinese bootleg Ajito, but it's funny enough. I do have a original Ninja Turtles toy.
I got
You
like
think it would
I
be
got like a gangster, one where he's like purple. Oh, I got some feedback here.
feedback?
Yeah. No, I heard some echoes for like what I was saying. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's gone
Oh,
now.
oh, for a second I thought thought I can pronounce it right. For a second, I thought that, sorry, kinda stuck. Haven't slept much recently, but what was the topic we have to talk? Because I only wanted to share that toy.
Okay. You don't actually care about
I
the toy.
don't
You
know
just want
what
to figure out the toy. That the toy is more important because, like, my gosh, I don't know anyone who can answer that. You just go on YouTube, like, ask like a toy like expert on YouTube. Maybe they'll figure it out. But I don't know. You think you get some like a, you probably have to kind of
the
Google some
boat,
stuff.
the boat, the Tarzan epic, no, shit, Tarzan's the epic adventures ag fathers, no, I mean ag
Adventures.
ears core, and there's apparently a ton of Tarzans in the set. Like, why I can, like, there's, what the fuck? Like, I'm actually curious about this. It sounds awesome. Is this from a comic series or something?
The Superman that was like a Tarzan. That's weird. They won't let me go to this picture. They won't let me zoom in on the picture. I don't know why.
Because it's a city picture.
Okay, maybe. No, they just want to add to your mystery, so you go and look for this like toy that's like impossible to find.
Tarzan. What got the topic we have to talk about?
Uh,
Because
oh yeah,
it's Jason
are we
Momoa,
starting
right?
with Ninja Storm or are we starting with Wild Force? And why do you think we should for the
I
DC Power
think
Rangers?
we should, I mean, I think uh, because it was in the middle of the season,
Yeah.
look, I think in terms of style, it was sorta a Disney era series, you know?
Wild Force?
Yes.
Really? I figure it was the opposite because like they didn't have the same like producers. Like it was a lot darker. Like it's weird. I was actually thinking about this recently. I don't know why, but like if they had done Ninja Storm closer, I probably would have liked Ninja Storm a lot better if it was done by like the Lynn crew, because like they would have a story about how they would really made it dark about how like the whole like Lofar brother thing, and how that would be like a Greek tale of like fratricide and stuff, the great Greek tragedy, and
Oh yeah, I
like
never
like
watched
Wild
that
Force, they have
movie.
the whole thing about like the Cole Evans character's parents getting killed, right? And I figured they would do something similar for Ninja Storm if that had been done by the same crew, especially since like Hurricane Joe was fair. I mean, it was campy at times, but also knew how to be dark.
I mean, it was be- because if we are being honest, it wasn't that dark. Only the Senako stuff and the Master Orcs stuff is dark. The other things are pretty much a very cheerful season, if you think about it.
That's true, but like I felt like it's done very
So
different than like Ninja
I
Storm was
have
done. You
to
know?
admit the existential crisis of the Blue Shark Ranger.
Yes, yes, I know.
What?
Yes, I agree.
The existential crisis of the Blue Shark Ranger over being able to bowl right, to play bowling right, was kinda overkill. I mean, come on, dude, it's bowling.
Yes, 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 I know. I thought trying to compare it with like something from Ninja Storm or something. I don't know why. Like yeah, that was definitely something that wouldn't be in the Time Force series, I guess. Or
No,
even
Time
like
for
Galaxy,
was.
even like or like even Lightspeed Rescue. Yeah, that was a weird one. I never thought about that before. That's a good point. I mean,
Like,
that might be. I do wonder why like it was weird because like Disney in the beginning they were like trying to transition back to like high school students like back to the Zordon era, and it was weird too because like
yeah,
rating wise like I think like Wild Force was like probably less than half of like Time Force's ratings, but on the other hand like a lot of the critical acclaim is for like that era of Power Rangers. So like there was sort of a dilemma Disney had then. But then again, I don't know. You think I mean Disney did show RPM, but like I don't know if they were to show like something as dark as like that old era, you know.
I mean, it wasn't. People got pissed because it was more light, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. So
But
like,
at,
yeah, they're
at
right.
the same time, I don't feel it was the typical Disneyfication of.
Yeah, like they never
I
felt
mean, I
like
don't
the
feel it
same
was
like brother or sisters together. Like it's weird. Like they bought the series for like $7 billion, but they never treated it like they did with Avengers, you know, which is weird. It just seemed like a waste of money. And it started hurting both shows actually.
but I mean, to be honest, um, people got pissed about, like the typical Disneyfication.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like it was like that. But I noticed a trend in both the seven seasons and
Yeah.
the Disney season.
Disney.
Disney season focused way more in character specific arcs and that pay off very little when it's Power Rangers. I mean, wouldn't be able to have as much character development as you want. So it leaves the season feeling more empty. Like when you break down why force,
Yeah.
only four things happen.
Yeah.
Beginning, Senaku uh, Silver Ranger arc,
Yeah.
um, Omnibus, or how was it called? Optimus Prime? No. Gorilla Harambe got being a asshole,
Yeah.
and beginning Senaku, Harambe, and Orc. Those were and I mean, there was a ton of stuff, but it was character specific,
I mean,
and
yeah. Keep
that's
going. I don't
why
wanna. I don't wanna like Fox News you, but like keep going. Like I'm trying to see where you're trying to go with it.
like the Saban Hira, the original Saban Hira
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
had a lot of threats that affected the whole team, you know?
How did you feel about that with the Disney era? Like I felt like some stuff they did was like really poorly done too. Like I'm trying to figure out like Sky was done well, but like you have like Shane or like Mac, which is I mean Mac they tried to concentrate around, but it sort of got ruined. Nick was done well.
It was like at last minute I entered in the writer's room and say, hey, I have an idea. Well, you don't know what the episode is. No, I have an idea. It was a robot.
Yes.
Eh, How does that add up? It doesn't. That's the secret twist.
Yeah. I mean like counterpoints to like what you were saying about like Disney era. You know, like
I mean, I'm not saying they are good plots. I'm saying
oh
they
okay,
are
okay,
character-centered plots.
okay,
For
maybe I sort of
once,
see what you
like
mean. Yeah, like yeah, I sort of
for
see what you mean there.
example, the character-centric plots of Unifury are the only things that give me interested in that effort so, you know?
I don't know if it's
Because
watchable,
the
but like yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean I like that stuff. That's why it was
character,
like a very strong show. Not a strong show, but like it was better than like some fans like thought about it.
like, defended, like enough to not bust it.
It's passable for me, you know. Like I mean I don't know.
I
Like
like it, but
another
I'm
problem
not
like
going
I
to.
want to get into, but like not I don't know when is like because I think we should keep moving on with
Oh yeah, let's
like
go
like
Thunderstorm.
yeah I'm just gonna say now like we'll get to the episode total issue later. Even though
Yeah, yeah.
like even like Neil Saban's even worse now because they only got 20 episodes a season, which is awful. But like I don't know, okay we were talking about Wild Force and Ninja Storm being
I
similar,
mean,
and like okay let's talk about like how they
I
converted
don't
from
have.
one stage to the other. Like it helped that like
Well,
they changed the channel. Like
wait a second.
yeah, go ahead.
I don't have anything to add to Wyford except for one thing.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite crossover, my favorite Teen Union, like with Time Force.
And it's like funny because the next season Ninja Storm they don't have any crossover.
I mean, to be honest, do you want a
The problem is
crossover
like
with
the union thing. Like Time Force and Wild Force, they were part of the Screen Actors Guild, and like there's no union after they went to New Zealand. So like they probably couldn't get back those contracts. Was the problem.
I mean, but would it help? Because it's sorta. I mean, think about a plot you can do with freaking orcs and ninjas.
What kind of what couldn't you do with Force and Ninjas?
I
I mean, I
mean,
guess it's
there wasn't
it
an
probably helps
orc
that
which
it's
was kind of.
like it probably doesn't translate as well in Japan as it does in the U.S. is what I'm guessing, but like you know, they're both still like monsters that you fight against. You still have the
Uh,
cool like wild force moves and the ninja moves, which was obviously in the Japanese version. I mean,
oh,
I felt
I
like
actually loved the combat in Wild Force. It was very dynamic and like not as dynamic as right now with Sea Rangers.
which one?
Uh, Sioux Rangers, I guess.
Two ogres?
The current Sugars. It
I
was
haven't seen
not
it actually that
as
fast.
enough. I mean, they don't utilize the animal aspect like sugar,
Yeah.
but they are close enough. They are like the how to say it. The Putty Patrol combat is was great, but I don't remember the names of the putties in freaking White Force. I mean, they were generic orcs,
Yeah.
right? Or what? Which were those things? They were kinda creepy. I mean, they were brown with purple.
What are you talking about now?
The foot soldiers of White Force.
Yeah, I will admit one problem with that season is that like they sort of didn't. This foot soldier sort of had no personality at all. Like they were very generic.
They are foot soldiers. I like the Master Orcs.
Yeah, the
And
Master Orcs
the,
are good. But like one of the problems with them is that they couldn't really like fight in those like huge ass suits where you can't move your arms and stuff.
Yeah, that's true, but I guess design over
I mean, they could just turn Debbie
action, I
Downer
don't
into
know.
like a mute orc. I don't know what you call the Jakanja in Ninja Storm. Go for it, minion. Just bring back Deviant soon and make him into a ninja now. After bringing him back for like the Wild Force Time Force team up, just make him everything.
That's true.
I don't know
Or,
why they don't do that. That's what I didn't like
I mean,
that
they
team up.
could do it, but like you said, they didn't have the union.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ninja Storm.
Okay.
Ninja Storm. I kind of feel bad that Cam isn't getting more love.
Do you think
Cam
Cam
needs
should get
more
love for
love.
other reasons than that?
I mean, it's not well, it's totally his fault. It's his creation, but it isn't that bad.
I like Cam. I just don't think he should have been the Sixth Ranger. But I don't know what they could have done. Because, like, in the Japanese footage, he wasn't, like, a Tommy or anything. And they were had, like, a Tommy character with, like, the Thunder Brothers already. So, like, I don't know what they could have done with it. I think they could have made him, like, a Shurikenger, pretty much. And that would have been pretty cool. But I don't know why they didn't do that. I thought maybe they thought it was too clever, or they would have to do too much editing or something.
A Serkenger? What do you mean? There was
Like
like,
the green guy, the Green Ranger, and Hurricaneger.
yes.
Like, I don't know why they couldn't have Cam like be this master. I mean, I don't think they could make Cam make the Master of Disguise, but like I felt like that character was so cool in the Japanese footage. Like they could have gave like another guy that same persona and made him the Sixth Ranger.
I got your riff now.
Yeah,
Like, this would, that would has continuity, and that's a filthy word for Disney, or for Power Rangers in general.
what do you mean?
I mean, if you have the same character,
I mean, yeah, but like Disney was so weird. Like they would always make like their own characters. They're not always the worst, but like they would definitely be a downgrade off the. It wouldn't be the equal of that of the original Japanese footage. And like you definitely feel that way with Operation Overdrive. Not to get too ahead, but like you definitely felt that way with Operation Overdrive, where they just made all these original characters and they were all worse than like the Bokenger franchise.
well, yes. I mean, Saints have no character. Dustin was, I don't know, it sounds like a guy I don't want to help up with. Thought he was hot, and his hair so plucked with. It was Hunter or Blake? Blake,
Blake.
right? Her so with Blake and Cam was interesting, but me, like Ninja Storm in particular,
Yeah,
feel like a season that had a lot of things to work with from Japan
yeah,
and took no advantage
yeah.
about it.
I mean, back to that, like I felt like Madison and Nick from Missing Force could have been like redone in like the next team up, or like somewhere down the line, or even within the actual season, but they like never capitalized off that, and they never had like this super romance thing with like Tommy and Kimberly and like Jen and Wes and like the Saban era, and what was the other thing you were saying? Like you're saying like how stuff wasn't what's the word for it? Like they had a lot to work with, but something I don't remember.
Telling idealize the material from Japan. Like for example, um, uh, the, the show is basically a Pokemon episode of Find the Capsule. Like you remember the supplementary weapons from the source?
in
Like
Legend.
there were, yes, the power spheres in Ninja Storm.
I don't remember the name of the episode. Not that one, at least.
Like there was a ram hammer
Oh, the Ram Hammer one. Okay,
or
yeah, I got it. Okay.
like they base pretty much the action of the episode about that, while the concept isn't interesting enough to carry an episode, you know?
I mean, yeah, that was like during the Disney era. That's the main reason why I wrote retcons, because like I felt like they weren't using Japanese for its fullest, unlike previous seasons. And now, like, yes, this is a bit of a tangent. Like now, like with the Lionsgate thing, I'm trying to figure out like how they would adapt like the original intent. Like before, it's like adapting like the Japanese version. Now we're adapting like the U.S. version. Like for my
That
terms of
feels
retconning.
like a perfect that feels like a perfect segue to Dino Thunder.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Oh, like that was like a Mighty Morphin,
I
Mighty Morphin.
like
What do you call it? Fanfic.
yeah, sorta. It felt very how to say it. Like we have the cool ass mentor, the Tommy Oliver 2.1, which would be trend
What do you pick the number 2.1 for?
because
Why can't it be
uh,
2.0 or
because
3.0?
it's more edgy than 2.0.
Oh, okay, I see. But not as edgy as 3.0.
I believe the only problem this season had in terms of it's Disney Power Ranger, what can you do? Is they didn't have any interesting villains
Yeah.
as such. The, the the villains they throw are so boring that you prefer watching the actual cast, and the actual cast was boring.
I mean, yeah, the
You
Opera Ranger, like villain, like the monsters of the week, all look like these terrible things that were built on like the sixth grade or something. Like they definitely weren't as cool as the ones in Mighty Morphin, which were probably some of the best suit designs ever made. Unfortunately, which have a certain legacy.
I mean, I love like that's why I think we are Toku fans, yeah, and Super Sentai fans because you can even begin to compare, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the villains are so weak. Like, who the fuck was Elsa? Why she even existed?
I mean, yeah.
Did, did she ever
I mean, it would be
took
cool if she was
advantage?
like a Rita Repulsa homage, you know, like she did this magic or something, but like she never did that. She was like this mind. I don't understand the story either. Like I don't like. I'm not a fan of the season. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of the season. Like she's mind controlled, but then she's a good guy in the end. Like it felt very not thought out, in my opinion.
Very, very not allowed.
Yeah.
So tough. But like, there's concerts here, but they never did anything interesting with it. There's the evil father dynamic, the uh, secret assassin school principal dynamic.
Yeah, that was came off as very lame to me. Like, wow, I'm the villain of the day. I'm gonna send you to detention, and then you won't be able to save the day. Like, what are you gonna do about Power Ranger? I was like, I mean, it sort of worked like in sort of cheesy way, but like it wasn't like I don't know. Maybe it was because I was older at the time. Like it just felt like came off as very dumb to me, and it wasn't like one of the better episodes of like Mighty Morphin I ever looked for like that in comparison to like that episode of Dino Thunder. Oh, and another problem I think with that season, it was sort of weird because like the '90s had a very distinct feel to it. And you can tell by like, the end of the '80s. And the 2000s, like I don't know what they could have done. Like superheroes weren't as big as they are now, so they couldn't do a superhero thing. And I guess they had like the Avril Lavigne music thing going for Kira. But like, do you think they should have still done the martial arts tournament stuff like they did with Mighty Morphin, or should they have just
I mean, I'm going to be, I'm going to be kind of, what's the word? Kind of stereotypical here, but you can have a early 2000 uh, teenager sorta show. I mean, it was for kids, but it was trying to replicate the coolness of being a teenager, right?
I mean, that's another problem I had with the season. You know, like my favorite Saban era of all time was like from Lost Galaxy to like Wild Forest or something. And this was like really dumb to me. Like I don't know if there's anything they could have done about that, but like that turned me away. And that one did do well ratings wise, so like I guess my opinion doesn't
I
count.
would, I would like this season. The problem is that it tries so hard to be hip when, I mean, let's be
Yeah,
objectively
yeah, I felt
honest.
yeah,
Let's be objectively honest with ourselves here. Early 2000s suck as a culture as a culture year.
yeah, that's true.
Uh, like which year was this? Let me see.
It was like 2002 or 2003. Are you talking about like how like 9/11 like just happened and like maybe they didn't want a dark season again or something? Or
I mean, no, it was 2004.
yeah, but it was I mean people still talk about 9/11 now is a thing, you know, like
Yeah, I know. You know what's the problem? The problem with Power Rangers as a franchise as a whole,
yeah,
it, it wrong. It's wrong with people who actually doesn't care anything about plot or inspiring people. Weirdly, because if you care about the actual audience, and no, I don't mean you and me, two grown ass adults
yeah,
watching Power Rangers.
yeah,
I mean actual kids from, let's say, 14 years old.
yeah.
If
I mean it's
you
still
care
I don't
about
know,
that,
maybe now it's 14 years old, but like 20 years ago it definitely wasn't 14 years old.
like, let's say you you care about, hey, I have a freaking television show about superheroes. I can write literally any subtext I want.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that was a
You
problem. Like
can make
what was big
you can
in
make a Six
superheroes back
Ranger
then?
and
Like
Rogue.
X-Men or what?
Look, I mean, you can make a Six Ranger and Rogue Ally. You can make a villain being part of the church, like, or something similar. You can make a cult villain group. You can make so much stuff, and they don't do it. And the worst part is that in some interviews,
Yeah.
Saban had to say, or Disney representatives have said, the Super Sentai people doesn't, they don't do that story with, because I mean, they sorta said if we did it, they wouldn't sell us the license for the next year, you know? Like
Yeah,
if
and that's the thing, right?
director,
Like George Lucas had that problem too, right? Like if he didn't do like episode one, he'd lose the license, and then anybody could make a Star Wars film that wasn't him. Although I don't know, like he did the books too, so maybe he would have around the patent, but it's something I was guessing about. I'm not sure if it's true.
I mean, he could have easily make a spin-off.
Oh yeah.
No, that isn't an excuse for the prequels. Oh,
I know, but I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out it's sort of ridiculous how these movie like trademarks work.
but, but let me
No, no.
give you another example.
Okay, okay.
Let me
What is your
come
favorite
back
movie
to
of all
Power
time?
Rangers.
First off, what's your favorite movie of all time? That's not like a Marvel thing or whatever. Like something that's like indie or something.
I know I'm not brainless. Like I have three favorite movies of time,
Yeah,
which would be um, The Big Lebowski,
yeah,
Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind,
yeah.
and freaking I can't remember the title of, or was it called like that? It was called Irene, Joe, and my another self,
Okay.
Jim Carrey,
Irene or I think there's two movies that
Irene,
like that. Yeah.
and Irene, me, and another me.
Me and Irene. You might you me
Yeah,
myself and
that one.
Irene. I think something like that.
Yes.
That's interesting. You never told me that
Here
before.
is called, here is called Irene, myself, and my another myself.
I wish that was a better.
Grammar.
This
Fuck
is such
you.
a better title. Uh, Anyway, imagine. Okay, Big Lebowski came out in
Like I was,
1988.
like I was saying,
Imagine if they had to make a sequel to the Big Lebowski. Otherwise, the Coen Brothers would lose the rights to it, so they make a sequel to the Big Lebowski. And that's just because of like some stupid movie law. Like, do you imagine how terrible that would be, and how everybody would hate the Coen Brothers and it wasn't as good?
isn't that why Bruce Brother 2000 happened?
Oh boy. I mean, that was an interesting movie. Like, it was just so bad it was entertaining, I guess. I don't know. I never really liked the first two
Yes,
Blues Brothers myself.
but the other movie was good and entertaining. What can we have that again? Like if you don't have the two main actors, just don't make it.
They always make a reboot with girls. With girl
I
lead
mean, you
actors.
can make get six Blues Sisters.
Blues Sisters, yes.
Sounds sexy. Like a chubby, sassy black woman as uh,
Let's just go.
Don Belushi.
Stop right there. Stop right there. We're in the cast now.
Okay, now well, let me get back to Power Rangers
Yeah, go ahead.
for
Sorry, we got yeah.
for all own good.
Yes. Before
Like
before we lose any more
they
viewers.
not under they not under feel felt very bad because of the reason I just told you.
Yeah.
They don't care. But on the other hand, SPD was really good because they actually could do interesting message, interesting morals with the fact that they were police. They were figures of authority that even if they are assholes, we should at least respect, you know.
I mean, there was a punk kids too. You know, yeah, I remember. Um, yeah, that was interesting. Like you mentioned something important before we get into SPD. Basically, the slogan of Disney Power Rangers was "I don't care, we don't care." That was the whole. You probably saw if we ever went to like the New Zealand headquarters for like Disney Power Rangers, and there would be any slogan, it would probably be "We don't care." That'd be the whole slogan for like their entire franchise, all 7 Power Ranger seasons. That's basically the very. That's the only thing that I can find very consistent with Disney Power Ranger seasons. So on to SPD. They had a bigger budget. They had the producer from what's her name, the Guild's producer, the one with the one about the MMORPG web series.
Oh,
Felicia Day's producer actually ran that one. Was pretty interesting.
holy shit, that book is actually very good.
And they actually
If
did
you
this.
see,
Yeah, and they actually had Bruce Kalish. I'm not sure if you followed the internet about this, but like before he was like very controversial like online. I don't know if anyone outside of online cared, but like he did like the Summer Show, which is a well produced like Blake Hulsey High on Discovery Kids, and so that was an interesting crew to bring around, and they kept the show going. There was money. It was well spent. I mean, compared to Neil Saban, which has like no money and they don't do anything, like this, you know, it was good. Like they knew how to run a budget. They weren't like as much as we love Eddie Gazillion. At least they didn't go over budget and like completely like make Disney like completely hate Power Rangers. Like fuck the show, fuck the series, we're selling off and everything. You know, like at least
I mean, let's be honest, the budget is not really a issue if you can't write good characters or good plots,
I mean
which
yeah.
you really can judge a Power Rangers season only with the plot.
I mean, yeah, you know, they could do like a Neil Saban where it was like a web series or something, and then they have them like in a house that like everybody lives in, and then they talk to each other for like 20 minutes, and then maybe fight a monster for like 1 minute or something. That'd be interesting to me too. Like, I mean, maybe they're afraid they'll alienate their fan base, but like, really, what anybody watch their shows anyway? Like, what I don't get why they don't take risks like that, other than like incompetence.
I mean, if they don't care, they don't care, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I still feel the best seasons when they are good. The Power Rangers Disney seasons,
Yeah.
they are really good. But
I mean,
it's
I mean,
sort of sorry.
I
You
mean,
can sort of say if a season is good or not
yeah,
in the first 3 episodes.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I mean, normally when they do Disney Power Rangers, like most people watch because the pilot, and then they figure out whether they want to watch the rest of the season. That's probably why like everybody like some internet fans really like Dino Charge just because the pilot was so strong. It didn't have good follow ups, but like at least they had a good pilot. And
No, no, no. The first episodes were actually good for me,
yeah,
at least.
yeah, for Dino Charge.
Yes, until episode. I watched until episode. How much? Like 6?
You were watching
The entire.
yeah,
The one with the death.
the Black Ranger, Breaking Black, right?
Yes. No, that's Return of the Caveman.
Or the one that came. Yeah, those are some really
No,
weird characters they wrote in that season. We'll get to that in another podcast. Uh, so back to SPD. I don't know.
actually,
I think
why
it could have
don't
been better written like in the old series, but at least I don't know. Dino Thunder I just completely gave up upon. Like SPD, like there were people doing something or something. You know, I felt interested after like I completely gave up like halfway through Dino Thunder. Even though like a lot of people like Dino Thunder because of the ratings and stuff, but like, what do you think?
I think there were a lot of prepubescent boys watching Avril Lavigne knockoff.
You're right, yeah, yeah, true.
I was one.
There
I
was
was
that.
one. I can admit that. But
You can tell
no,
I'm
the
older than
season
you.
was the season was very boring,
Yeah,
very slow, and it was sort of like the complete opposite of SPD.
yeah.
Like SPD was, I'm not going to say it was perfect,
No, it
but
was
it
not.
was as interesting. SPD was as interesting as Line of Thunder boring, you know?
What did you think about them giving both the Deca Break and Deca Blue arcs to Sky in that series? Like the one
Nick
about
to
the mirror monster or the mirror criminal, and the one about Sky's old partner.
I think they were generic but good enough. I mean, I actually would like if the mirror criminal had something to do with the I Squad. Anything.
That would be interesting too.
Like,
Yeah,
like it was the brother of the adopted brother of the teen A dealer or something like that. Just to have some more flavor test, you know?
yeah. I mean, I felt like before, like I forget what you did with Ninja Storm, but like Ninja Storm, it really failed with the Red Ranger. Like the Red Ranger, Shane, I felt like they tried to make him a big deal, but they couldn't like execute it properly. And I felt like Sky was the perfect opportunity to like change it to a different era, you know, where the Red Ranger wasn't as important anymore. Because like SPD, if there was no Sky, like that show would be have a lot less high of a rating,
You think? I mean,
in my opinion.
he wasn't that.
I
He
mean,
was the only one who conflicted, yes.
you have the
But
whole thing, you know, Blue Ranger wants to become Red Ranger. Like before, it would happen in Saban, but it wouldn't be like as like heavily featured or something. Like it'd be like a solo thing, you know, like where
I sort
Red
of feel
Ranger's.
like I sort of feel like Brick, the Green Ranger, is literally an involution of Ziggy from RPM. Same character would evolve, evolve, you know?
I don't know. I don't feel that way, but like, you know, you can be going about it. What do you mean?
Same personality, I mean.
I mean, then the humorous one, like Ziggy wasn't really the brain like Bridge was, even though like I don't know.
No, it was weird because,
He was a weird
like,
guy, yeah.
okay, let me put it this way.
I would have liked to see
Brick,
him cast as like Quicksilver in the X Men movies.
Brick was Ziggy minus Boom. Like, do you remember Boom
I
from
remember Boom, but like,
SPD?
if Ziggy wasn't funny, what would he be? I guess Ziggy was a little weird too, and had certain mannerisms, but like, I don't think that's true. But like, keep going.
I don't know, I think Ziggy was the fun one. The funny one.
He's
Who
the funny
else?
one, but if you get rid of Boom, then he wouldn't be the funny one, would he? Because he said minus Boom.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll revise the equation later.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it feel funny but not funny enough. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Like, it didn't have any thing to say.
I mean, I didn't really. I don't know, Bridge didn't register for me. Like some people really liked him, but I didn't like him
Zeta and Sid were fine, especially Zeta.
I mean, that was an interesting cast.
Oh,
I liked
I,
Sid very
by
much.
the way,
Yeah.
by the way, it's kind of funny because I call her Zeta, and she's apparently Elizabeth Zeta Delgado. So basing myself on the last name, she might be Zeta Zeta and not C.
Okay. That's fine.
The commanders were interesting too, actually.
I feel like Doggy Kruger was a lot worse than Nick Ranger, and a lot of the stuff he did was like, that's not good leadership. That's like very
That's
cringeworthy.
exactly the opposite of a serious military organization, dude.
I know, but I don't know. I was in college at the time and started going nuts. Like it's sort of like Star Trek plot holes. Like you have like all the scientific stuff, but like a lot of the command decisions were like very poor.
You mean original Star Trek or
Next generation.
next gen?
Like okay, I remember now. Like before Doggy Kruger had this whole plot. He's like, I won't save the world because I want you guys to let him do it. And I feel like this is bullshit. Like you're gonna risk destroying the world just to teach them a lesson. That's definitely like
But I mean,
elementary school like lessons there.
but it was kinda less important in the grand scheme of things.
How do you mean?
I mean, the world is full of aliens,
Yeah,
of any kind of aliens.
yeah,
They destroy Earth, they go to another planet.
yeah.
Like,
I
it
mean, they
was
did
more
destroy
like
like they
defending your
destroy one
city.
like yeah. I mean, they didn't make it clear, but that's true, right? There's like multiple worlds in this universe, right? So if you destroy one world, at least you get to save like
You can go
90
to.
different worlds, which is true. Yeah,
Yeah, it was basically the story of a smart town on this planet.
yeah.
Also, I love. There's something in the aesthetic of SPD and the Ranger
Yeah.
I can't get over.
Okay.
To me, uh, the the Six Ranger is Shadow Ranger.
No, it's not really
It's
Shadow
not
Ranger.
novel.
But I don't know. They all sort of were like Six Rangers.
But
They all sort of
my
were like
brain
Six
just
Rangers.
went,
Oh wait a moment. Keep talking. I'll listen, but I gotta.
yes, like no, I don't have anything to say. Like I said, I wasn't only referring to Kruger. I was referring to the the um, the beard person and the gorilla, the beardy and gorilla. Who was it called? Silverback, the sergeant. Dude,
I mean, is it me or this
okay.
Sentai get rid of a lot of their Six Rangers like the last 5 years? I'm not sure if this is true, but I mean, they don't seem as interesting as they used to be. Or it didn't have the same effect. Like before, it was like um, Mighty Morphin Six
You're not
Ranger,
close
and
to the
then
mic.
Mighty Morphin Six Ranger, and then like Deca Ranger. They had like a million Rangers. Like I don't know what's like now. Or now they do like the Decade Gokaiger thing. I guess is the new thing. Like I don't feel like, and then to Cougar they did like the switching powers thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
listen to me.
yeah.
You're not close enough to the mic.
Okay, I don't know.
No, I know, but I can barely hear you. I think the audience won't.
I don't know. I started yelling, but it
Won't
was the
be.
things I don't really know what to do.
Oh, okay. like I don't know, like it's not like it was bad, but the design of Shadow Ranger was so good that I didn't need Nova Ranger. I mean, how was it called?
And the Nova Ranger, yeah, you're right. The Sam, female Sam.
Omega Ranger, sorry.
I mean, she was
Like I
interesting
didn't
too.
need.
Sam was sort of like this Phantom Ranger character, I think. Like not much of a plot, but like really cool.
Mm, like I guess it's still kind of weird how it was to. Which was the story? The dude comes from the future
Yeah, he was from the future, which is.
because he here
I mean,
he was going to go down.
so what do you think
But
about the idea of there being Power Rangers in the year 2025? Most arrogant statement ever made by the franchise ever, or bold?
I mean, if
Like, do you think there
I
even be
don't
Power
see why
Rangers in the
not.
year 2025, and like SPD like sort of shot the series in its own foot?
I mean, it's in a meta commentary. You can. The problem with that idea is that it will be boring because it says that Sunday the Power Rangers division will be militarized and what's the word? Uh, what's the fucking word? Yeah, officialized. How
Yeah.
to say it? You know, like we know Team A look like it. They had the space helmets, right?
Yeah.
If that's the regular cops of the future, then it's boring.
I mean, they had like video games and stuff.
What?
They had video games.
In 2025?
Yeah, they had like the one where you play as the Phantom Ranger and then stuff. I forgot who you fight in that video game. They played
Are
video
you talking
games.
about video games within the show?
Win the
Or,
show, yeah.
huh, what happened? They couldn't afford a what's it called?
Holodeck.
Hologram?
I mean, that was the thing, well, I guess, right? The holodeck was reserved for training.
I mean, um, oh, by the way, I know I have to give one quick announcement.
Okay.
There will be another uh, R. Martin series in the next year.
Will it still be Game of Thrones or will it be something else?
What?
Is it still Game of Thrones or will it be like a different franchise?
No, it will be a western.
Oh, that's cool. That would be
It's
very cool.
called Wild Cars,
Yeah.
and it's from a series of books from '87.
Cool.
Sometimes I remember, I forget R. Martin is all at fuck.
Yeah, he's like. I'm surprised. I don't want to say anything too terrible. What do you think if Power Rangers had like a Linkin Park like soundtrack or something? Because I'm trying to figure out how they could have like kept it like very 2000s like.
I mean, so far, the only audience. You, you know what I would actually want?
What?
Like, just for shit and giggles. I want that to be the soundtrack of the new Power Rangers movie. Like the new Blink 182 album as soundtrack.
I think they should rip off the Suicide Squad soundtrack just to piss off all the DC and Marvel fans at the same time. Yeah,
I guess.
the marketing for the movie's been very weird. Like, it's good that we have like some good announcements, like the costumes and Bryan Cranston, but like a lot of the stuff, like they don't. Like, Lionsgate is no better than like Saban or Disney when it comes to like understanding their franchise after after the Zordon era, pretty much. They don't know anything like the audience would be interested in. Even Saban and Disney are somewhat better at it.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, the actor series are bad.
That always doesn't help. Alright, so SPD, what else? Oh, that was weird. How did that work? Why is that series so liked? I don't know if there's any studies about this. Yeah, SPD, yeah. Like I talked to the guy at Power Morphicon, the guy who runs Power Morphicon, and he said that he thinks that SPD is one of the most favorite Power Ranger series of all time.
I mean, I don't say it's my favorite, but more power to him.
Yeah.
Like, he was nice. It didn't feel like a drag. That many years ago, I watched it again 3 years ago, and it didn't feel like a drag either. Like,
I mean, yeah, I felt like the scripts had a little bit more effort, you know, like, well, Dino Thunder was like, yeah.
There were things like, what's the word? There were things that were never actually expanded about.
Right.
Like Sam being a friend with Zeta when he was a kid.
Yeah. And that's like an alternate universe now there, too.
True. But it was kind of dark. Like, it was a good series, I don't know. In terms of Disney Power Rangers?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know if they really changed the writing staff or anything for that, right? Maybe it was just the different producers, like the guild producer. Like, it's interesting, like, Dino Thunder, and some of the scripts are really bad. Like, they spent so much time on Connor the whole series, and, like, he's, like, this jerk the whole time, and then later they're like, yeah, he's learned from his lessons, even though they didn't show anything that actually showed that he learned to not be a bad guy, or there would be a point A to point B or something like that, you know? Unlike Sky, which is done very well. Like, he loses a comrade, he's like, I care more about my friends than, like, gaining a rank in this military thing.
It's weird. Like, yeah, I don't know why I give this series so much props. Maybe I need to rewatch it a third time, but I still believe it was good. Because when it jumped the shark, it didn't need it permanently. There were a lot of Young Princess are per episode, you know?
SPD or another series?
SPD.
Oh, really?
Like, this doesn't workbook is the book is the only one that actually needs it. I mean, this doesn't workbook is the only one with this problem, you know? The problems were very episode centric.
I mean, another interesting thing was, I wonder if they heard that like people were watching Sentai on YouTube because like they adapted a lot of stuff very well from the original Sentai. Like Sid is very similar to Umiko. Uh, they didn't. I feel like they gave Swan like they gave Cat like the same storyline as Swan, except they gave her like a youthful appearance. I don't know where I'm going with this. What do you think about like the rise of like Sentai on YouTube and stuff at the time?
True, true. Um, I'm trying to think what season go. Oh, Mystic Force. You watched recently Mystic Force, right?
I've been reviewing that this year because of it's the 10-year anniversary. I actually got to take a break now since we're going to Mystic Force next, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to take a break now. Yeah, I promise I'll take a break now. We'll cover the rest after I come back
Okay. Later.
later.